What's up, everybody? We're back for another episode of Finding Your Micro Community with Ryan and myself. We're both resellers on multiple different marketplaces, and we like to share our tips and our secrets and hopefully inspire other people to get on some of these platforms and make some money. And right now we're in a pandemic, so making some extra side money is really, really nice for us right now. So what's up, Ryan? How are we doing?
Yo, doing well, Matt. How are you?
I'm doing good, dude. How's your marketplaces going recently?
It's good. Got some new things moving on a couple of my businesses. I just got a job, a small
Oh.
part-time job
Mm-hmm.
uh that is in one of my micro communities. So it's not like I just, went out and got a job. I didn't really want to find a job, but there was an opportunity um in it's in the gym where I train jujitsu and Muay Thai
Mm.
kickboxing.
Uh-huh.
There a position opened up there, and it's a part-time, like 16 hours a week position. And even though I told myself I would never work for somebody again, I
Uh-huh.
um I applied, and they were pretty happy with my resume, and I've been going there for a while now. So I got the position. So now I am have my own two businesses, and now I also do some work at a gym, which is also, my micro community. I go there multiple times, like once or twice a day, pretty much every day. So yeah, it's something I'm interested in.
Nice. And just to recap what a micro community is for everyone listening, it's a community that you it's a community that you find yourself a part of online, virtually, or people that are passionate about the same thing. So if you're into golf, then you go to the golf course a lot. Probably you probably like to wear golf clothes, you like to look at golf things online to buy, you like to buy golf stuff. So you'd be in the golf community. You could go online on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, and find other people within the golf community that like to buy similar things. So when Ryan is saying he's a new job and a new micro community, or a micro community, that's jujitsu. So that jujitsu culture, there's probably things to buy, things to sell, and a whole culture in jujitsu that I know nothing of because I've never done mixed martial arts like that. But you are part of it now. So have you thought of maybe making a product to sell for any sort of jujitsu stuff?
Oh yeah, it's definitely, in my mind, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have two other businesses which are in two micro communities I was involved in, still am involved in, but this whole mixed martial arts thing has kind of been taking over my life. So it's only a matter of time until I start doing some product releasing in this micro community. Um, I've been training for, I don't know, a little over a year now, pretty consistently, and I'm starting to recognize sorry, I'm starting to recognize the different products that are used, in the
Mm-hmm.
day-to-day practice. So, and working there, I'll just get even a stronger vibe, a stronger connection to the micro community. And I
Mm-hmm.
don't have any immediate plans for a product yet, but it's coming.
Totally. Nice.
I
And you've been posting on Instagram a lot on the disc Ripley's. How's that been going?
Yeah, so that is my second business, and that is where most of my time has been focused when it comes to business things over the past, I don't know, 5 or 6 months. I'm really trying to grow that. I
Hmm.
so that's disc golf accessories. I guess I recognize that disc golf was exploding. It's like the fastest growing sport in the States right now. Um, so, like I said before, I created an Instagram a couple years ago without plans to sell anything immediately. After gaining a bunch of followers, I started releasing a few products. And where I'm at currently is I have 500 disc golf retrievers that are being sent to me right now.
Nice.
Yeah, so I did a little research on Amazon, and being part of that micro community, I realized that is a disc golf retriever. It's basically a long stick that folds into about 14 inches, so it'll fit in your disc golf backpack,
Hmm.
and it'll extend out to 14 feet, allowing you to, retrieve discs from water or from like trees, high places, because that
Oh,
happens
that's
all the
useful.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went on Amazon, product research, looking under, I typed in disc golf accessories, and I'm just seeing what I can maybe release. And I noticed that under disc golf retrievers, there's only like two options to choose from. And one is priced at like $60, which is just
Oh,
an
wow.
absurd amount for that type of product. And the other one, um, they sell it for $34.99, and which is pretty an okay price, but they keep selling out, you know. So the competition with that particular product is not, there's not much competition. There's like two competitors. So that's something that really interested me. I have this program called Helium 10, which allows me to see what each product, like how much money that is making for the person that has it on
Hmm.
on Amazon. And there's some pretty huge news for me um, that I recognized. So I checked about a month ago, maybe about 2 weeks ago, and I looked at my biggest competitor, the disc golf retriever that's selling for $34.99.
Yeah.
And I saw that he was profiting, not even, this is profit after you take out all the expenses, about $8,000 a month.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's just that one product. It's a disc golf retriever.
Wow. Let's
So I'm
go.
like, if I could take, a little bit of that, I could maybe price a little lower. I can market it better. I can take
Mhm.
better pictures, a little just better in all aspects, because I've been doing a lot of like Amazon research and figuring out how to do that. I figured, I can maybe take a little portion of that, and that would be huge. I mean, if you're making $8,000 a month,
Big time. That's
yeah,
great.
that's living, that's like living extremely comfortable off of one
Yeah.
product. So
Hmm.
this is where the big news hits. I checked about a week ago, because I, like to check up on my competition. Go on Amazon and I type in disc golf retriever, and the only one there is the $60 one that has like one picture, no like description or anything. It's a really bad place product.
Okay.
Um, and I'm like, where's this other guy? And he is not no longer on Amazon. I imagine he's sold out of his product, but he's not there anymore. I have,
Ooh.
yeah, I have the same product. It's coming soon. I should probably be on Amazon before August is over.
Hmm.
If that other guy's not up,
Then you get that market. You get that 7,000. I mean, if he's
then
averaging that,
yeah, I mean,
could be a little
maybe he's
piece for
making
you.
money from like outside sources that are like, I don't know, because that's an extremely high amount of money to make off of one product, but
Yeah.
there is no other competition. So and it's a very like necessary product for
Hmm.
like disc golfers that are pretty serious about the sport. So that's got me pretty excited right
Yeah.
now, because if I can get that out, that other
Hmm.
guy, if he's still sold out, that could be life changing.
Yeah.
That can be huge. That's where I'm
Easily.
at right
So your micro community is disc golf. You started
now.
off by selling disc golf little products, the little mini discs,
Hmm.
the resin discs, and now you've moved to another product within the same micro community, but this could be worth so
Yeah.
much value.
Yeah, and this is one, I'll sell, like I started building a following with this like art, the disc golf mini markers, which is like an epoxy resin, like
Hmm.
super colorful and like artsy looking, like a marker for your disc. You could get custom images of, let's say, it's your friend's birthday and he really loves his dog. You could get a picture of him and his dog, or just his dog. I would embed that into, the mini marker. And that's kind of where I've picked up a lot of my following, because it's pretty cool and pretty original, and it looks really good. So I have those on my website. Those are also selling on Amazon pretty well now. I expect in Christmas that'll sell really well. Um, and yeah, so that was my product before. That was something I'm doing at home, and now it's like, okay, let's find another product that doesn't require as much work, because those
Hmm.
require work from me. And with,
Definitely.
yeah, and with this product, it's something I order, 500 of them. I'll send them to Amazon, and I'll also keep them at home.
Mm.
So I could sell on my website and maybe, yeah, on my website. And yeah, so that's where I'm at
Dude,
with
I
that.
think that's such a good route to go. I don't know if you did this intentionally, but you're like hand making a product from your house,
Mhm.
at low cost, something you could do, and then noticing you're building, traction in this micro community. Then you move to another product worth a lot more money. You had to invest by 500 of these products. I mean, you
Mhm.
probably spent a good chunk of money on that because you did the research. You also were spending money on this Helium 10 software. So I mean, I think this is a good route for any reseller to, start small and then get bigger, because someone who just comes out blindly and buying 500 of something product to hope it goes good without doing the research, without paying for the Helium 10, or without knowing that this is a booming sport, it could be a decreasing sport in interest, and that wouldn't be as good for you. But you've done a lot of the research, so I think anybody who's listening could see like, wow, this is a good route, just to start small and then kind of grow bigger.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I never wanted to take on, super big loans. That just scares me. I have huge student loan debt that I'm paying
Mm-hmm.
off, and ever since then, it's like, I don't know. I'm scared to take out big loans. So, maybe I could have taken out a big loan and started this disc golf, company, and maybe it would have went well and everything would be fine. Or maybe, it would have been slow. There would have been interest accruing,
Mm-hmm.
and it could have went bad. So I'm just taking it slow. I was listening to a podcast yesterday with John Donaher, he's the most famous jujitsu coach, but he's also a philosopher. Went to Cambridge, I think. But he was saying how one of his most important like philosophies in life is small incremental like change or upgrade, I guess. So working on things, it's
Oh,
not,
okay.
yeah, it's not working, super hard for a week and then not caring about it as much.
Mm.
He's basically saying, you find the most benefit when you every day you put in a little bit of work. And I'm finding that to relate pretty heavily when it comes to the mixed martial arts that I'm trying. I'm not trying to pack everything in one day, but every day I am learning something new.
Hmm.
And I kind of took that same route with this disc golf company. It's like every day, whether it's improving my pictures that are on my website, I'm just having a little bit of improvement every day. And
Hmm.
it might not, at least for me, it's like there's no big like, yes, like I succeeded like so much, because it's not like a one all of a sudden one day I'm fallen. It was so slow, and every day I'm putting more in and making a little more, the business is making a little more money every day. And yeah, it's just a way to think about things. Small incremental progression.
Yeah, I think that's a very sustainable route, because you can get burned out and then you'll start not liking something, even though you do have a passion for something. But if you do something too much, you get overworked, burnt out, then you're gonna quit and then, you
Mhm.
know, dislike it, when you could have just slowly took your time and paced yourself, like the whole marathon cliche statement, it's not a sprint. So I think
Yeah.
that relates heavily to what I got going on. I actually just stated on my social medias I'm going to start writing a book. So I've started writing down notes, and about basically the gist of the book is going to be how to do small business in a small town. And so I'm like, I've started a couple businesses. I've started a nonprofit. I'm a business educator at a community college in my hometown. So I figured I should start writing a book on some of these things that we kind of talk about, social media and how we use social media to benefit our businesses, but then also how to do that on a small scale, small town. And some of these conversations have inspired me to put um, a part of the book, or heavy focus on the book, of just trying to make like an extra 1 to 5,000 a month, because I started doing eBay last year and I ended up making $4,000 in like 6 months. And I basically saved it all and it was in PayPal and, using a little for rent, but my car broke down at the end of the year. I had to, the bill for my car was $3,800. And I basically had to use everything from eBay to save my car. So to me, that was really life changing. And so just to make an extra $1,000 to a few $1,000s a month can be super, super impactful for us. So that's something I got going on is I want to start really, taking this podcast, spreading information on business information further to another channel. So that's something I'm pretty excited about.
Yeah. Yeah. Writing a book, I mean, that's like the essence of doing something day by day, learning a little, adding a little, because a book's a big thing and you can't just, I'm going to write a book. I'm going to work super hard for the next 2 weeks and I'm putting out a
Yeah.
book. It doesn't work
Mhm.
like that. It's
Yeah.
like, it's something you need to progressively learn and then write and add. And I feel like that's how you really
Mhm.
come up with a good book.
Totally. Yeah. I'm
And
trying to embody that slow paced
mhm,
mentality that jujitsu guy was saying.
yeah. Yeah. And I admire how, you started your nonprofit. That's awesome. What you're doing there.
Mhm.
Um, and when you say, it's nice to have another income coming in, $1,000 to $5,000 a month. That's really crucial as well. And, when I think about it, like for my future, my goal is to make enough money comfortably to support my lifestyle. It doesn't need to be a lot of money. I don't have a lavish life. I'm not going to go buy the most expensive cars. I'm not going to be having, $100,000 on my wrist.
Mhm.
That's not what gets me. That's not what gets me hard.
Yeah.
um, sorry.
It's all good.
So, what my goal is pretty much what you're saying there. I want to have income coming in that doesn't require the most amount of work,
Mhm.
like a normal 9 to 5 job would be, and then once I'm comfortable, I have some money coming in, then it's like I'm satisfied with my life. Time to go, help others.
Mhm.
Time to, make a change in the world. Well, I have time here. That's what I'm thinking. It's like I'm trying to get comfortable first, and then my effort will be more put into like helping others achieve
Mhm.
things that can make them happy.
Yeah, that's awesome. We find happiness in helping others. I think that's what I learned pretty early. And that's why I kind of started the nonprofit. I was like, this feels so good. And other people feel so good. It's
Yeah.
all around just good. Um, so yeah, bro, this has been exciting journey doing a podcast. I think this is episode 6. So we'll have a album or not album. We'll have a series being launched soon. So thanks to anybody who's tuned in to all these. Hope you learned some things. We'll be keeping these going. So you could email us at the email in the description and ask us any questions. We'll post or we'll talk about anything that you email us about, cover any of those topics that you want to hear us talk about. So yep, keep going on your selling, keep motivating us, subscribe, do that thing. Peace out, y'all.
Sir, peace.